IaMA I made a free alternative to Photoshop that is used by 3 million of people. Ask me anything. My name is Ivan Kutzker. I am 28 and live in Prague, the Czech Republic. I am the author of www.photopea.com, an advanced image editor that works in a web browser. There were about 3 million visitors in June. I already did the IaMA here 7 months ago with an amazing response. I would like to let you know what happened since then, and how much has Reddit helped me. Smiley face. I still work on Photopea alone from the same apartment in Prague, on the same $500 laptop. Smiley face. I was never so excited about the progress of Photopea. Ask me anything. Smiley face. You can follow Photopea on Facebook or Twitter. Smiley face. Proof. I put a link to this IaMA here.
What do you think the biggest advantage of Photopea is over Photoshop, other than being free, of course? What about GIMP?
Unlike Photoshop, Photopea can open almost any structured graphics file XD, Sketch, SVG, PDF, XCF, Corel, and save them in a PSD format. There is a vectorize image, bitmap tracing feature and several other features that are not present in Photoshop. Also, Photopea runs on Linux, Chrome OS, Android, iOS and anywhere else where you have a browser. Smiley face. Unlike GIMP, Photopea fully supports the PSD format. So it has features such as layer styles, adjustment layers, smart objects, smart filters, text warping etc.
I got in touch, video calls, with Corel, Adobe, Google and many other tech companies, mostly from the Silicon Valley. Could you say something more about that in general? I am curious.
They were also curious. They asked me various questions: what are the capabilities of Photopea, what plans do I have for the future, etc. In case of Google, I received a direct contact to a Chrome developer, so I can report my opinions and findings directly to him, and be sure that they will be noticed. Smiley face.
How old were you when you created it? And what was your background in?
I was 21, but I did not work on it full-time until 26. Smiley face. Here you can find more details.
Hi, and you said previously that Photopea runs offline once loaded. How big is the software? I'm asking because it is definitely faster to open www.photopea.com than to open Photoshop, which do not have to be downloaded.
Right now, Photopea is about 1.4 megabytes, most of it is zipped JavaScript. Asterisk 880 kilobytes is the actual program. Asterisk 150 kilobytes are localizations to 38 languages, with 650 phrases in every language. Asterisk 116 kilobytes is a database of gradients, brushes, patterns and contours. Asterisk 84 kilobytes are icons, 112 of them, in a 160 by 160 px resolution. Asterisk 23 kilobytes is a font database, names, categories and URLs for 4,700 TTF files. When you open a font menu, this 1 megabyte PNG file is downloaded with previews of 4,700 fonts. Smiley face. And of course, if you choose a font, it is loaded on demand.
Removed.
Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The person above said that this is their favorite Reddit reply. Thanks. When I think a feature is useful, and it would take less than 30 minutes, I usually add it immediately. Smiley face.
What inspired you to create this? P.S. I've recommended Photopea to multiple people on Reddit. Keep up the incredible work.
Originally, it was just a little experiment, 100 hours of work. I was curious about what can be done in a browser. I kept improving it to a point when it actually became usable. It took years. See the last IaMA. P.S. Thanks for your recommendations. Smiley face.
Is it pronounced Photopea, like Utopia but with photo? Or like Photopea?
I pronounce it like a vegetable pea, or like black-eyed peas. Smiley face.
I'm sure this plans to remain a web app, but have you thought about porting it to a desktop program? Seems like it would be easier to integrate into people's workflows, with the ability to open files with Photopea, and ability to use offline. Can you support yourself with the ad revenue? Do you have other similar projects planned? Thanks. The .psd file support is amazing. And amazing it is better than the work of all the people at GIMP. You're amazing.
I was always afraid that it would take me too much time to maintain several native versions. But soon, such capabilities like opening files in Photopea from a desktop will be possible through a web app. You can already press More, Install Photopea, to add an icon to your home screen. Yes, I have been able to support myself with the ad revenue in the past 2 years. Smiley face. At the moment, I plan to add new features to Photopea. Thanks for your compliments, smiley face.
What did you replace with AdSense with? How did it increase your income?
I tried www.setupad.com, www.valueimpression.com, and www.pubgalaxy.com. They all work in a similar way. The revenue increased about 3x if compared with AdSense. But I think they require you to have large traffic, as they tune ads manually for each client.
I'm stupid, so ignore if this doesn't make sense, but has there been any legal troubles with Adobe? I think the Photoshop company, because of both programs being so similar.
I was never contacted by anybody regarding this matter. There are many more programs in this category, which are all quite similar. But Adobe Photoshop is the most famous one.
Have you ever been contacted by any big names in the tech world with monetary offers?
I have been offered acquisitions, but not by big names, which I refused. It feels like everybody wants to see what will happen next, before they make any offers.
Do you plan on making an ad-free service for a set amount, or do you always intend on keeping it free and getting your revenue from ads?
You can buy a premium account, press account at the top, which is ad-free smiley face. But most importantly, the user interface is wider, as it stretches to a space where the ad was.
This is amazing. Used it before but didn't know the story behind it. As a CS Econ major myself, how did you learn all the skills you needed to create something like this?
At the beginning, I did not need any advanced knowledge, basic programming skills were enough. Later, I had to learn about advanced algorithms, to add some advanced features. But my CS degree definitely helped me understand all the terminology, so it was not very hard. I also had to learn about many standards, such as PSD, PDF, PostScript, PNG, TIFF, OpenType. It has nothing to do with science, you just have to go through hundreds of pages of specifications, to be able to implement that standard. And you return to these specifications from time to time, to fix problems in your implementation. Smiley face.
Hey, love the program. Are there any plans on allowing users to create selections with the pen tool? Using the pen path to form a selection was probably one of my favorite aspects of Photoshop.
Yes, I do plan to make it work this way. Smiley face.
What's bigger in Prague, hockey or basketball?
Everybody watches hockey during a World Cup, but it is football for the rest of the year. Smiley face.
Do you think you will try to do something like After Effects ever?
Give me a week. Always amazing, all this is possible in a browser.
I prefer this over Paint.net and GIMP and find myself opening Photoshop less and less for my basic graphical needs. Have you ever considered offering this as an app in, say, Windows Store or standalone? Also, I'd love to support your work, but with how rarely I need a graphic editor, $80 annually for ad-free is outside my usage pattern needs. Have you considered offering any other options? Thanks again and always amazes me.
I don't want to provide too many options, like pay $1 to use Photopea for 5 hours ad-free during the next year. It is okay if you don't pay directly. Smiley face. You can recommend Photopea to your friends, I appreciate it even more than money. Smiley face.
What languages is the tool primarily written in? How did you scale the infrastructure to support your user base?
It is written in JavaScript and GLSL. As Photopea runs in your browser, there is no upload or download, it does not need any advanced hosting. How much money do you earn from it? With ads, you can make between $2 to $6 per 1,000 visits on your webpage. So with 3 million visits, I can make between $6,000 to $18,000 a month. It depends on a month and an ad provider. I have been testing several of them lately.
What do you think about Adobe Lightroom? I like its non-destructive editing capabilities on RAW files. It could work well with a RAW file still on the user hard drive and your service might only store the editing settings. Being a casual user, I have a light subscription of old Lightroom version but it won't be a good cheap choice for me to pay a monthly subscription.
I never used Adobe Lightroom. I am not a photographer myself. I take pictures with a phone and never edit them. Photopea is for messing around with a single photo for hours, more than batch processing hundreds of photos by specific parameters. Thanks for watching, listening. Don't forget to subscribe.